From the sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, from the murky depths of the Marina Trench, from the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast. What's going on with you, Charlie?
I'm fine, Mass Man. How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm good.
You've been out looting and robbing and
Bro,
and protesting. Is that why you have this
gotta hide my face, man. They looking for me.
this
They
high fashion
They looking for me, brother.
Chicago flag mask on?
Oh man, you like that? Like that?
I got one of my own around here somewhere.
Oh, there you go. There you go. You good.
I haven't been breaking into Foot Lockers though.
Still in Jordans. Air Force
Still
One.
in Jordans for the cause.
Hell yeah. Still in LeBron James.
Yeah.
LeBron James. So what's up with you, man? We took a week off, man. What's going on?
We didn't take a week off. You took a week off.
Bro. We took a week off, man. Took a week off.
You gonna go out to the cabin in the woods and
hey man, I had to do my getaway, man. Let me
put the show on hiatus.
Let me take that off. But yeah, man, had to get away, man. Had a hell of a time. Everything was good.
Did you
copacetic.
Did you see any bears, any deer?
No, man, no wild animals or nothing like that.
What type of cabin in the woods was this if you don't see any wild animals?
Just a getaway, brother. Just a getaway.
No birds nesting.
Oh yeah, there's some birds and shit out there.
Sitting on the railings and Did you eat some wild berries? Run around in the grass with your shoes off?
Dude, what kind of camping you did as a child, brother?
Did you become one with nature?
Nah, none of that. My son did get almost attacked by a hawk.
Oh,
twice.
Okay. What was he doing to the hawk?
He didn't see the hawk. He ran on the one side of the porch, though. I guess the hawk set up camp over there, and he was like, "Hey,
yeah, this is my territory."
He did it once in the morning, and then did it once in the afternoon.
Wow.
After that, he was done with it. He was like, I can't go out like that."
That
thing was big enough to take him or fly off with him, you know.
Sharp. Hawks are not that big, right?
Some are. They fell a lot of them. Yeah, they it's different type of hawks, so they vary in size. I don't know what kind of bird this was. It was pretty big though. They couldn't have took off with him, but you know,
could have scratched them up pretty nice.
Yeah, but no, man, I just need that getaway, like I told y'all, man. Just switch things up for a few days. Went out there and just chilled, man. Basically chilled, spend time with the families. Lit a fire, roasted some s'mores.
Okay. Did all the stereotypical stuff. Basically.
Everything except chase bears around and eat berries, like you were talking. I don't know what
is that not what people do in cabins in the woods?
I don't know, bro.
It's either that or like some type of hillbillies come and attack you or
it was none of that, man.
Some zombies or something attack the cabin and all y'all got to get y'all guns and defend yourself. So none of that happened.
None of that happened. But I did bring the bliggity just in case. But
sounds like a boring trip to me.
So what you do, man? You had a week off. What you do?
I didn't have a week off.
You had a week off, bro. You had a week off from us. A week off from me, bro. What did you do?
Not really, because you were still FaceTiming me and stuff. So how is that? That's not a week off from you. I still gotta get bothered.
We gotta stay. I'm sorry, bro.
I still gotta get bothered by you. I still gotta get bothered by you,
bro. I don't know what's
I just roll my eyes every time I see the FaceTime coming through. Like,
God,
this dude.
Bro. Why you got an attitude today, bro?
This guy.
Why you got an attitude today?
Because I didn't loot any stores and get no Jordans or anything. So nah, I got an attitude.
So nothing up with you, man. You didn't. I know you had some days off. Just spent them taking your old man naps.
Try to get a little rest, reset my sleep schedule a little bit, decompress from work a little bit. Gonna take a couple days off every now and then.
Playing some Destiny.
Playing that Heron.
Oh, let me tell you something, because I literally just got off Destiny before we worked on a pre-show and everything. I've come to the realization that you are a hard ass taskmaster when it comes to fucking Destiny, bro. You are a hard taskmaster, bro.
I don't understand what you're saying. Right now.
Okay, you're not gonna understand. You give your cousin a lot of shit, bro. A lot of shit, and you give everybody, a lot of people, a lot of shit when it comes to Destiny.
Steel sharpens steels.
I understand that, bro. But the trash I was playing with today, bro. Price ain't this bad, bro. Price ain't like, bro. These assholes, bro. Straight doodle butter, bro. Like, yes. I'm talking about, like,
you know what they've done?
Motherfuckers getting in front of me, like they're just clumsy. Like you fucking oaf. You know what I'm saying? How is your power level bigger than mine? Like more than mine? Like it's.
What were you doing, strikes?
Yeah, I was doing some strikes, bro. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. I'm talking about literally running past me, not even reviving me and shit like that. Yeah. Like I'm breaking my neck to try to go save a motherfucker, you know? And bro, I don't know, man. It seemed like when I play with our strike team, with our team, with our clan versus someone else, with some other people, bro, we move like a well-oiled machine. As bad as you say other people are, we talk to each other, we coordinate, we move like a team, bro. When I'm the best person on the damn screen, bro.
Well, welcome to playing with randoms. That's what happens when you play with randoms.
Oh my god, what you call them? Blue dot? What are they called? Cherries, berries, or something?
They call them blueberries.
Blueberries. But yeah, man, that's literally I wanted to talk to you about that, and we'll get into Destiny. I know some other things I want to talk to you about. I'll talk to you about Destiny later. Main thing that's still going out there, is these protests and riots.
Why did you put riots in quotes?
Are they really riots? Like, is all of these things really riots?
I think the first few days had some riots.
The first few days were riots. People are still saying they out there rioting.
Now, keep in mind, we're coming back after this dude wanted to take a week's vacation. So, I think it's mostly calmed down at this point.
Yeah, but you still got people out there saying they're rioting. Nobody's rioting, right? Well, actually,
in Atlanta right now,
that's what I was about to say. In Atlanta right now. So, breaking news. It seems like it's going down in Atlanta. They burned down.
What did the Wendy's do though? Like,
right, that's what I was about to say.
Well, what did the Wendy's do to shoot the guy?
Wendy's didn't do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Wendy's didn't shoot that brother. Like,
what if you one of them people? What if you one of them people that just like don't watch the news and you
just want your spicy nuggets? You just want your spicy.
Not even that. What if you just show up to work? I don't mean to laugh at it, man.
Oh wow!
Like, again, what did Wendy's do? Wendy's didn't do a damn thing.
I think at this point, people are so tired of it that anything in the vicinity is gonna get something's gonna get damaged.
Yeah,
because you have decades and centuries of people not listening to the cries of like, stop killing me. Correct. You know, and this dude had a taser. I guess he was sleeping in the Wendy's. I think he was in the drive-thru. Either he was in the drive-thru or he was in the back parking lot sleeping. Somebody called the police on him, and it turns into him getting shot by the police,
running away.
But he had a taser in his hand. So.
Running away though.
Right.
What am I? How do you fear for your life? How are you in fear? How did you feel?
At this point,
any way threatened or even inconvenient? Well, inconvenience. But how did you feel anyway threatened when the target you're trying to pursue is running away from you?
I feel like at this point they just train them to any type of threat at all.
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Any type of threat at all, especially from a person with the caramel skin complexion or darker. Just neutralize it, and we'll figure it out later. Which is why we're going through what we're going through right now. I love seeing the New York police officer. I think he's the head of the New York Police Union. I love seeing him go off, saying that people are treating them like animals and thugs and stuff.
That's the funniest thing.
And then somebody super cut the video with all of them, like New York City police abusing people during the protest. That like one of the most amazing pieces of video I've seen in recent years.
Bro, I can't, like, when I first heard it, I couldn't believe it. Like, this man is literally saying, "Stop treating us like animals." Like,
I've seen you.
Stop treating us like.
I saw you ram a car into people because they were in your way.
Right. Correct.
I saw you
during a protest
push a woman down, push a woman out of the way. I saw a New York police officer as they were driving by open a car door and hit somebody with it, as like full sprint in the car. Bro. Right? But stop treating us like thugs.
Stop treating us like animals.
I've seen, even before this happened, I was watching videos because we have a guy in the clan from in the Destiny clan from New York, and we were talking to him about the way that like New York police just be beating people up, bro. Like, I think they work there. Well, it's not even a question. They're worse than Chicago police, but like Chicago police will get goony, but it's like they get goony with a certain type of person and after a certain amount of time, right? Like New York police, if you don't do what they say, they gonna call 20 more people and just go upside your head.
Remember that one little scene from The Simpsons where the police pulled up and they had a box, and inside the box it was called Little Head Busters. It was written on the box, Little Head, but it didn't spell little. It was Lil, like Lil, Little Head Busters.
No, I don't remember that.
But yeah, man, that's what it's like. I mean, I hate to make light of a situation, man, but that's what it's like. It's. I think me and you were talking before, and this just don't seem like it's gonna get better until some type of reform happens. Where maybe we police the public different.
Are you are you with the defund the police stuff, or like what do you think? Because defund doesn't mean like abolish the police department.
Yeah, I think I'm there. I think
it means take away some of their money so they can't have all these toys and
I
stuff.
think I'm there. I think I'm there with defunding. Like I said, this whole thing is not going to work with some type of authority.
Right.
This whole thing we got, this whole system we got, it will not work without some type of authority. But the authority we have right now is just it's so wrong, and it's not. It's deep rooted. It's deeply rooted. It is a systemic problem with the police and how they interact with minority people, and more so African American people, and more so African American males. It is a problem. It is a deeply rooted problem, and I don't think you can fix it from the top. I think you have to kind of rebuild it.
Yeah, I think at this point it's gone off the rails.
Yeah, it's such a problem where, like I said, you can't fix it from the top. You have to get in them roots, uproot it, rebuild it, and because just their training, like it's so. And here's another thing: I think a lot of these police, the police habits from state to state differs so much. Like, you can use a chokehold here, you can't use a chokehold here. You can do this over here, but you can't do that over there. This shit needs to be uniform, bro. Like,
it's always gonna be like that, because even if you push that, let's say from a federal level, the states are still going to be able to make their own rules. And you have some states that you just have totalitarian, authoritarian people in charge who don't mind stuff like that. You got a bunch of baby Trumps around here that would love to see stuff like that.
But here is where defunding the police count. I'm not funding you if you're not adhering to these practices.
But the state legislative has to be in charge of something like that. So if you have people in charge who are fine with that type of stuff, they will still be funded because they're funded at a local level anyway. So
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
I just feel like I've seen people, not to cut you off, I've seen people say that in a lot of these cases, something like a social worker should be engaging in some of these calls. Like maybe this Wendy's guy had you dispatch some type of social worker instead of somebody with guns, maybe this guy would still be alive. And I actually saw a social worker.
That's common sense right there.
I actually saw like a social worker on Facebook say that they have to restrain violent and mentally ill people all the time, or intoxicated people. And this is true because at my hospital you do have detox levels, you have mental health levels and stuff like that, and they have to engage these people all the time. And guess what? They don't end up killing them.
Correct.
They don't end up killing them. So maybe if you just send somebody who doesn't have a gun or a taser there, and they just have to physically restrain the guy until he sobers up, maybe he's still alive.
Correct.
Because from my understanding, like I said, the guy was asleep and probably intoxicated as well. That's a bad mixture for cops. Cops should be responding to crimes. They shouldn't be responding to somebody sleep in a car. Because it always seems to turn into something else.
I don't know, man. It's too much of it. Like again, we talked earlier. This ain't gonna go away. This ain't gonna go away until like deep fundamental change within the police system and even the judicial system. The judicial system is not. I mean, the police ain't the full problem. It's the judicial system as well. That
One of the problems with the judicial system is it's become an extension of the right wing, left wing, like war that's going on. So that's something that's really gonna screw up the judicial system even more than what it was before. So I don't know how you fix all of this stuff, bro. I don't have the answers.
I know how you fix it.
You go get some Jordans, go get some Yeezys.
You start mobbing, bro.
You go to the Magnificent Mile and get you some Gucci.
You start mobbing, bro. Nah, man. But yeah, man. Change need to happen. Change definitely needs to happen. Another thing that's I wanted to talk to you about, kind of along the same lines as this, that it never really, it's an issue that's been going around probably for the last 3, 4, 5 years. And it was really heavy at one point, but like now it's like not. I mean, now it's even it slowed down, but now it's more prevalent, and it's this Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter. Like you say Black Lives Matter, and that somehow offends a group of people.
All lives
matter. But all lives matter.
I don't understand why that angers people so much.
I have no idea.
Like,
I have no idea.
Let's say you go back to, when was it? When they attacked Pearl Harbor and we took all of the Asian people on the West Coast and put them in internment camps. If let's say that happened again and Asian people started saying Asian lives matter, I'm not going to be out there screaming all lives matter, because I understand the context of what you're saying. It's like they're so angry that you would try and equate a black life to theirs that they have to scream all lives matter, as if you're saying black lives are more important.
It's so crazy because, like, okay, so I'm just gonna take the word. I'm applying common sense to this. Black lives matter.
And
that's
you
a
stop,
sentence.
and you
that's
stop right there, and you
that's
stop right there,
and we're gonna stop right there. And that's a sentence. That's a sentence. That's whatever construction, whatever structure you have to create a sentence. That's a sentence.
Right.
Black lives matter. Period.
Right.
At what point in that sentence can you get white lives don't matter or all other lives don't matter, just black lives? Like
that's that privilege, bro. That entitlement, them thinking that everything is theirs and they're the most important things walking around. And I'm talking about the ignorant folks, not all white folks, but that's where that comes from, bro. Like they're making it about them. Remember we had a conversation.
You think, and that makes sense. Now you might have hit the nail on the head with this one, with the hammer. You telling me that they are so wrapped up in their own privilege when you say Black Lives Matter,
right?
That triggers them to the point where, well, are you saying my life don't matter?
Exactly.
That is crazy.
It's the same thing when, remember they were saying that all the Hispanics and Latinos were taking their jobs.
Yes.
They were jobs that they weren't doing to begin with.
Bro.
How are they? Are you in the fields picking fruit and all this and doing landscaping and all these stereotypical jobs that we attribute?
Jobs.
You're not doing those jobs anyway. Like, what are you talking about? Why do you care? If you remove all of those illegals that are doing those low wage jobs out there on the West Coast, who's going to fill those jobs? Are you going to go get those? You going to go take those jobs? No.
They are taking jobs away from us hard working Americans.
And that's the propaganda, bro, from watching these crazy ass channels, Fox News and the OAN network. And it's just pumping them full of hate and stuff.
It's all talking points, bro.
One thing
I've even seen them. I've even seen them. And I've even seen them say, this is how you should argue this.
Yeah.
This point, like, it's not enough to just not have opinions on their own. They're actually teaching people to say, when someone says this,
right,
you say this.
If you get into an
original,
argument,
bro, that's just talking points.
If you get into an argument with a person and they can do nothing but spew talking points at you, it's a pointless conversation.
Yeah,
because they've already locked themselves up in the barrier and they've barricaded themselves in the room with the bricks and stuff. So it's pointless. You know, like there has to be some give and take with a conversation. You know, I might have a point or I might have a certain perspective on a topic, you know, but I'm going to listen to what you're saying. You know, me and you go at it all the time, but I feel like most of the time we leave with an understanding. It's not just, you know, I'm right, you wrong.
Well, here's my thing. And this is why, like, no argument or no debate will ever affect me, man. Because when I talk to somebody and I'm having a debate with them or I'm having a conversation and we have difference of opinion, I'm never at any point trying to change some people's mind or change anybody's mind. And I think that's where a lot of people get fucked up.
Right.
Because they out here, they're arguing and they're so passionate about their opinion.
Right.
They get offended when you don't change, when you know their mind don't change, or the other person you can't get them to see it how you see it. I don't give no fuck.
I mean, my thing in those conversations is just to get you to see my perspective. That's really all I care about. Because I understand that we're all gonna have differing opinions. So, you know, like I don't agree with all the conspiracy theories that I'm seeing on Facebook. I don't agree with all the Kyrie Irving, they trying to kill us by making us play basketball stuff. Like, you know, he tried to tie it into racism, but you know,
he said it's smelling fishy.
Something's fishy. What's fishy about them wanting you to play basketball?
Bro, no, not even that.
It's a multi-billion-dollar business.
This don't smell fishy at all. It just makes too much sense. These millionaires want y'all brothers to get out there and make
that money. Yeah.
What is fishy about that?
Maybe he's saying that they want to put their lives at risk to make money. Maybe that's what he's saying, but I don't think it smells fishy. I think that's
we know that brother cuckoo though.
Yeah, he believes in flat Earth and all that other goofiness.
Is he anti-vaxxer?
He might be. He strikes me as one. He's one of those people.
You said this early in one of our episodes. If you a flat earther, chances are you might be an anti-vaxxer.
Because it lines up with a certain way of thinking. You know, and I'm fine with being suspicious of the government and questioning things. I'm fine with that, but you have to look at context and you have to look at history, right? You have a few episodes of people playing around, like you know, with the Tuskegee Airmen and stuff like that. Yes, that stuff has happened, but on the grand scale, it's not something that happens all the time. So we're gonna attribute small things and put them to the macro. You know, like we were saying earlier, like most people walking around have been vaccinated. Most people in school have been vaccinated. How come everybody don't have autism? How come everybody is not just dropping dead?
Correct.
It doesn't make any sense, So I'm fine for questioning. Like when they first put this COVID vaccine out, I'm gonna sit on the sideline. I'm gonna watch, and I'm fine with that. If a bunch of people take it and nothing happens, okay, seems like it's safe,
I think we was about that well before the coronavirus even got over here. Me and you was talking
because
about
my thing is this. I think there might be a problem with it because I think, like I told you before, they're gonna rush it. They're gonna fast track it. So it's not gonna have enough trials to really see if there's something in there that's adversely affecting people. So that would be my reason for trying to hold back. But I'm a healthcare worker. I know at some point they're gonna make us take it because I have to take a flu shot every year. I have to, unless I have allergic reactions.
I've never taken a flu shot, bro.
I have to get them every year.
I've never taken one. I'm not opposed to it. I just
have to do a flu shot every year, and I have to take a TB test every year. It's part of the job.
Gotcha. I don't know, man. It's a bunch of craziness going on about black. Well, just back to because we kind of got off the beaten path, but the Black Lives Matter and the All Lives Matter. What would make these people happy?
What
if it was Black Lives Matter too?
You know what? When you come up with slogans and organizations, I think people need to be a little bit smarter about understanding who they're engaging with. So yeah, it probably
I ain't down for conforming to nobody. Black Lives Matter. Black Lives.
It's not
matter,
about conform. It's not about conforming. It's about insulating yourself from the ignorance. Because I don't see how you can watch that video of that man.
What video are you talking about?
The George Floyd video. Yeah. I don't see how you can watch that video and then turn it around and start talking about him being arrested and the things that he did in his past. His last arrest, from what I understood, or his last jail stint was in 2007. That's 13 years ago. None of that has any bearings on what happened to him, right?
Right.
So those are the people that you're engaging. When Hillary Clinton said there's a basket of deplorable, these are the people that she's talking about. They use anything to justify their rationale.
He did porn.
Like, why does that matter?
Yeah, right. What? He's a bad person. He's a bad man.
I'm sure.
George Floyd was a bad person.
You had John Gotti, right, or any of those mobster guys, and I'm just plucking stuff out the sky, not specifically talking about anybody, but they did bad things, right? But there's also a group of people who will say that they were great to them. They did good things. You might have a child who would say that my father was great. I loved my father. So every human being walking around on this planet has a good side and a bad side. There's people who can say bad things about you, and there's people who can say good things about you. That's natural. That doesn't mean that you were literally the devil incarnate walking around, snatching babies and throwing them into rivers and stuff like that. So these are the people you're talking about, and I think more people just need to understand that. Like, racism is not going anywhere. It's never gonna completely be gone.
No.
Because
you're always gonna have ignorant people. Like, some people just predestined to be ignorant, bro. Like,
some people dwell in that ignorance. They like being in that.
Ignorance. Yeah.
They're more comfortable. I got some folks at work that just try and make the workplace miserable because that makes them feel better. There's
people just want to see the world burn.
Like Alfred said, some people just want to see the world burn.
Just want to see the world burn, brother.
You can't get through to those people. So stop trying.
That's crazy, man. What about what's going on in Chicago? Well, what was going on in Chicago? I don't think it's really happening anymore.
As far as
what is this guy's name? Antonio Batista?
He's not even in Chicago.
I know. He was talking about an issue that was happening in Chicago.
So you're talking about Tio Ruckus.
Ruckus.
So essentially, when the looting started here in Chicago, there were certain neighborhoods that were predominantly Latino and Hispanic. And
can you say what neighborhoods were those? Was it
as far as I know,
Little Village?
It was predominantly Little Village that what we're going to talk about was happening. I'm not sure if it was happening in Humboldt Park and
Okay.
other places. I'm
All right.
sure to a smaller extent, but not to where it got where it got out of control. So they wanted to protect their neighborhoods from being looted, which is fine. That's a noble thing. I have no problem with that.
I ain't got no problem with
But
it.
what ended up happening was that spilled over into attacking any black person that was coming
And that's
through.
what I got a problem with.
You know,
That's what I got a problem with.
and the guy Tio Ruckus made a video like frothing at the mouth, screaming into the camera, calling black people savages and monkey people.
Yeah, I heard the monkey people.
But you know, a pregnant woman was snatched out of the car and stabbed. Like, how is that protecting your grocery stores and your village in your?
Did they go after anybody? Did they go after any?
Bro, there was plenty of videos of black people just driving by.
That's
being
what I'm
attacked.
saying. Like I haven't seen any video of them actually going off after someone who looked like they were looting. It looked like they were just getting
I saw one where a tow truck like rammed a car where they had loaded up the stuff. But actually I have another problem because we were on lockdown at the time, right? So the police literally did nothing when they drove by and saw 50 people on the street corner. They did nothing, and they knew what they were doing.
So you're saying the police
they were part of it.
They were part of it.
They were complicit in it because they weren't stopping it. So when people have this grudge against police, it's because of stuff like that as well. When black gang members started, because these people were mainly gang members, so we left that little nugget out.
Right.
So when the black gang members started coming through shooting, there were audio logs of the police on the scanner saying these gang members are shooting each other. You know what they said? Let them do it.
Let them do it.
Right. So this is why people have grudges against police, because they're complicit in certain things. Now you just have the story of, and we're going somewhere else with this, of one of the aldermen here. Is Bobby Rush an alderman? I'm pretty sure he's an alderman. His offices were broken into, and his office is in like a strip mall. So the police were just in his office, just chilling,
lounging around
as the strip mall was being destroyed.
On the couch, just
chilling, popping popcorn. They claim
that my shoes off.
They claim that they were sent there to protect it, but you could literally have a squad car just sitting right outside of there, and they could have closed off everything else. But this is the foolishness that's going on. The police are trying to send a message. Without us, this is what's going to happen. You know. But go ahead and address Tio Ruckus. I went somewhere else.
I mean, no, man. You know what? Like I said, I didn't really see them. You say you saw one video.
Yeah.
And there might have been some other minor incidents. But they yanking women or people that can't defend themselves, innocent people going to or coming from work.
They killed a man in front of his daughter.
Yeah. I mean, and here's my problem with Tio Ruckus, Antonio Batista, or whatever his name is. I'm thinking if anybody should be on our side, if any group of people should be standing with us, who I'm not saying is going through every plight that us African Americans are going through, but if any group of people should be standing with us, it's the Hispanic community.
No, bro, because when you come to this country and you want to be greater than what you were, let's say in your country, or even if you're born here, you want to be like the people in power, right? So what happens is people start seeing us through the lens of white supremacy. A lot of people don't understand the only seeing black criminals on the news, only hearing about quote unquote black on black crime. That does a number on people if you're not aware of what's going on, you know, because the people in power control the narrative. So once you see that on the news all the time, you hear about these statistics in Chicago. You drive past certain neighborhoods and you see people hanging around on the corners, you know, and that confirmation bias stuff kicks in, you know. So that's all that is. I mean, you have that altruistic thought process going right now, but human beings are not like that, bro. They're
bro.
very easily led astray.
When I heard his racist, I'm gonna call it this, a racist rant. When I
Right.
heard that racist rant,
When you look at this gentleman, you can tell he has
bro.
black blood in there
But here's the
somewhere.
thing. Here's the thing. You know me, and you know most of my family, and most of my girl's family, and even my sons. They're
Right.
half Dominican. This
Right.
guy, Tio Ruckus, is a Dominican. He's a
Right.
Dominican male. My sons are half Dominican. Everybody on my other side of the family are Dominican.
Right.
I've never heard anybody talk like that. It triggered me, bro. It
Yeah.
triggered me because, like, bro, we got a house in Dominican. Like, I'd never even heard nobody talk like this. It was so crazy that it triggered me, bro. I got somewhat triggered by this, and I'm like,
Mhm.
this cornball. Look at this cornball. And then I start looking at other videos where he's saying, uh actually, no, this wasn't said to this. I didn't actually see that. I did see some of his videos, and I was disgusted by them and some of the topics that he has. But this was actually said to me by another YouTuber, Viva Bella, who happens to be also on my girl's side of the family.
Okay.
And shout out to Christina. Shout out to Viva Bella. She's doing big things on her YouTube page. She was telling me how in one of the videos he was saying that that Dominican Republic needs to get more Europeans to move there and start getting rid of the Haitian population, because there is a huge Haitian population that lives in Dominican, works in Dominican, and hard work, and they have their own struggles, they have their own plights there.
Right.
But that's crazy. Like, he literally saying let's whitewash Dominican Republic. We need to look more like
that's the plan and the goal of white supremacy, bro. If people don't think that this is, it just kills me how people don't believe like systemic racism exists. Like, a lot of these things are systems that somebody set in motion way back in the day, and now it just becomes norm to people. So they think that that's the way things should be. So when you have these protests, you got people who are angry at the protests.
Yeah.
Because they why do you want to change things? That mentality.
Again,
just think about
calling these peaceful protest riots.
But just think about back when Martin Luther King was protesting and stuff. It's the same sentiment. Why do you want to change things? Things are fine the way they are.
America is great the way it is, son.
Exactly.
It's great the way it is. I'm just because you're not doing as well as me don't mean we need to change everything.
I also love the sentiment of what does looting have to do with anything? Is this how you honor George Floyd? And it's like, bro, you had somebody trying to peacefully protest this stuff, and y'all kicked him out of the NFL. Talked all this, called him a son of a bitch and all types of stuff.
Wait. I even go one further for you, Ty. You had someone that was peaceful protesting for years.
Right.
And y'all killed him.
Right. Martin Luther King. Right.
Y'all killed him.
That was gonna be my next point. And you had that brother peacefully protesting, and y'all shot him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Now they didn't shoot Kaepernick, but he was blackballed out of the league. He wasn't the first athlete blackballed out of the league. You had Craig Hodges. You had Mahmoud Abdul. Muhammad Ali. Well, that was mostly for Vietnam.
But still,
you had Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, aka Chris Jackson. Like,
he sat down for the national anthem.
Right. This has happened multiple times, and if you don't learn from history, you're bound to repeat the same mistakes. So you had people peacefully protesting. The NFL tried to shut them down. They tried to hire your boy Jay-Z to come in there and calm everything down. Now, I want to say we had a heated debate in our chat about this Jay-Z stuff, right? It's not aging well for Jay-Z right now. It's not aging well at all.
Well, like I told you, I needed enough info.
It's not aging well at all.
I needed enough info on him. I don't see anything he's done.
I feel like he's on the wrong side. He's on the wrong side of this coin at the moment.
Yes.
If I was him, I wouldn't say anything about protests or anything because they gonna bite into his ass.
Just run. Just
Stay away from this subject, Mr. Jay-Z.
But like,
because
I just
even
didn't know
the
enough.
NFL has said we were wrong.
Yes.
So and
what did he say? We were past moving. That
I
statement.
think we're past kneeling.
We were past kneeling.
Yeah.
I didn't fully understand what he was trying to say.
He was saying we need to get the conversation off of Kaepernick. That's what the whole point of that was. Let's move this conversation away from this dude and his kneeling. Right? For me, like I told y'all in the chat, that was a business opportunity for him, right? He figured he was going to kill two birds with one stone. He was going to get in there, make some changes, make some progress, but he was also going to get a cushy business move. He was going to get a cushy business move for his company, which is what he was trying to do. But that brother has told y'all numerous times who he was. He a businessman. I mean, I understand it.
So you do go with the fact that he sold out.
I mean, when I said that, I'm not saying it in like he's a Sambo. He's a Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, Sambo.
Yeah, I'm not saying it in that sense. I was saying it in the literal sense of what selling out is, right? You're selling a little bit of your I wasn't saying it like he was selling out black people. I was saying it like he was selling out a little bit of his dignity for that money, which I felt like that's what he did.
So you think he's shucking and jiving for this money, for that NFL?
I think he took the bag. That's what I think.
They got the spotlights on him, and he's just doing the Charleston.
I think he took the bag, bro. Like, yeah, but I'm not saying that he's gonna be 100% whitewashed or anything like that. I like what him and his wife have been doing as far as putting messages and imagery and in their music. I appreciate that.
A lot of philanthropy too.
A lot of philanthropy as well. I appreciate all of that. And that goes to say this as well. All arguments and all opinions are not one-sided. Like, I'm not against Jay-Z. I don't want to quote unquote cancel Jay-Z or anything like that. I just feel like he picked the wrong he made the wrong choice at that time. I felt like he was motivated by money. But now a year later, and you got another black man killed in a grotesque way. Colin Kaepernick. Yeah, Colin Kaepernick looks like a
black males killed.
He looks like a prophet at this point, especially the way that the man was killed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if that cop was trying to make a statement with the way that he killed him by kneeling on his neck?
But I think he did.
You think that's what he was doing?
No way, bro. They gotta know each other. It has to be a motive.
No, we know that. That's been proven already. But
like,
it's like how ironic is it that Colin Kaepernick was kneeling to protest police brutality, and then a year later, well, not a year later, some years later, a cop kills a guy by kneeling on his neck. How ironic is that? Tell me the universe doesn't have a sense of humor. Tell me there's no irony in the universe.
Like we said before, bro. Me and you had a conversation a few days ago. It's all a simulation, bro.
This is a goddamn matrix.
This is a simulation. We living in a matrix.
Well, I'm just waiting for the Neo character to arrive.
Now, I can't wait to have that discussion with you. That got to be a whole show. Are we living in a simulation, or is this?
But if you really pay attention, I don't know if you've ever paid attention to this, but the story of Neo is like written like Jesus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of people have never paid attention to that in the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe the Wachowski sisters now they were the brothers. Maybe now the Wachowski sisters. Maybe they know something that we don't know.
Bro, that was so funny. I think we were talking a few years ago. And you were like, "Yeah, one of the brothers."
You said, "No, it's both of them."
I'm like, "No, bro.
What the hell did this happen?"
I'm like, it seemed like maybe 3 or 4 years after one went, the other one.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I get abreast of certain information, but other stuff.
But usually, shit like that before I do. Like you always seem to know things about like actively things like that. Like
you've heard me say in the chat, I saw it and I moved on with my life. That's what I'm trying to do nowadays. Now speaking of the Wachowski sisters, I know we probably said we weren't going to bring this up, but Hill Harper had addressed Dwayne Wade's son as young man, right? And people went off on him on Twitter saying that he was committing violence against a trans person, which is like stuff like
I don't
that,
know how
bro.
you go from point A to point B that fast, like
Bro,
that. Actually,
that
no, that's not even point A to point B. That's point A to point Z.
that
Violence?
escalated. That escalated so fast. Like, what are you talking about?
Now,
It,
was he trolling? Do you think he just slipped up and just
I
didn't
think
know,
no.
or do you think it was some?
I think that's not part of his belief system. So he addressed him as what he biologically is. The boy still has his penis and everything. I mean, he's still a boy. He just
He
wants
wrong.
to. He
I'm
wants
gonna
to
say Hill
identify.
Harper. I'm gonna say Hill Harper was in the wrong for that.
Okay, that's fine.
He could
I,
have just. He
I
could have
don't.
just said happy birthday.
I don't really care either way. But to say that he was committing violence against a child, it's crazy.
Correct.
That's absolutely crazy to me.
So let me say, I think he was trying to insert his opinion when it wasn't asked for.
Right.
But at the same time, come on, people.
That's
Violence.
crazy. That's crazy.
Violence.
That's absolutely crazy.
Are we that?
My stance is this. That's not my household. So Dwayne Wade and his wife can do whatever they want to do in their household.
Correct.
I wouldn't do it in my household. And that's nothing against gay people or trans people. I'm not gonna enable my 12-year-old son to act and dress like a woman. Like, if you want to do that when you're a little bit older and you're 100% in control of your life, fine, so be it. But I'm not going to push that narrative, because you never know, boy. Kids think they Superman one minute, they think they bulletproof, they think they can hold fire, they do all types of crazy stuff. So, they're one way one minute and they're another way the next minute. Like, you could be going through a phase, who knows? So I wouldn't put my child in that box and run with it as hard as they're running with it. But more power to them. God bless them. I hope they're all happy.
Bro, that's their household, like you mentioned.
Exactly.
Before. That's their household. If that's the way they want to run it, you ain't like none of that's happening over there got nothing to do with what's going on in my house.
Right. And I'm not gonna make a judgment or a determination of it. Again, I'm gonna run my household the way that I see fit to run my household. You can run your household the way you see fit to run yours.
I know people personally, they got like they're like bothered by this. Like,
I don't go down that path, bro.
Like,
I see
why does
stuff,
it bother you so much? Like,
I see stuff and I move on with my life. Okay. There's certain things that I can't, like seeing black men die at the hands of the police. I'm kind of tired of seeing it. I'm kind of tired of hearing about it.
Mm-hmm.
But then there's other things I just don't have the energy for it, bro. I just want to play some video games and raise my kids and pay off my mortgage, and buy a little motorbike. That's what I'm trying to do, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. Those are my immediate goals.
Yeah. Well, since you want to, what you say, you see stuff and you move on.
Let's move on with my life.
Let's see that and let's move on. Let's talk about this PS5 reveal. Let me ask you before we even get deep into it. It was supposed to go down like on the 2nd of June, or earlier. What happened? Like, why did they relocate?
The police protest? Because the police protest.
Why would that delay?
Because they didn't want they wanted to focus on their event. They didn't want to. They felt like, well, they said that more important things were going on at the time, but of course they wanted to focus on their event when they dropped it. They didn't want to clash with the protesters being out there tearing stuff up. And then I'm not saying that they were concerned about people seeing it, because in my opinion, it was the right thing to do. There are more important things going on, because this was a worldwide protest. So no, you don't want to have an event as that's going on. Just push it back. It's a digital event. It's not like they were having it at E3 or anything,
I
which
think
was
it was the
canceled.
right thing to do, but I'm also gonna say they just wanted they wanted more eyes on the event.
Of course. Of course. Like I say, everything is not black and white, bro. There's a gradient in there. So they probably felt it was an important thing, but they probably also wanted people to actually see it. But what did you think of it? Did you watch it, by the way? Because I know how you are. I know how you are. You know you.
I did not watch it live.
Somebody sends you a link, and you get to the link like 5 weeks later.
I had every intention of watching it live, but at the time I was trying to edit video, and my Mac was just. I can't wait till this PC is done, bro.
Are you ever gonna buy another Mac? Or you just not gonna?
No, I will never buy another
use
Mac.
it. You're just not gonna use it for more important stuff.
I like so I like my Mac when I'm away from home.
I
think it's a great PC in that aspect. Not PC. It's a great computer in that aspect. If I can even call it a computer.
It's a computer.
Yeah. For indoor use, when I'm trying to edit and trying to do other things, and I'm trying to figure out where is all my data going. Like, why don't I have data on this thing? I'll have 20 gigs one day. I'm like, oh man, I got 23 gigs. And then I do 2 things, and now I got 4 gigs. Like the next day, like what just happened? So yeah, in that aspect is good. But what I thought about the event, bro, how many games did they? I'm gonna do a list.
They showed a lot, but a lot of those were third party and indie. I mean, they had. You sent me this. I'm looking at it right now. You
Spider-Man Miles Morales. That looked good. Spider-Man looked good. That will be something I get first day. Like that looked really good.
Did you play the other one on PS4?
No.
Okay.
I've seen it. I didn't play it. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't play that.
I didn't.
This one looked good.
I didn't play it either.
But here's the thing. Like I'm gonna get it because my son's gonna love it. Because I remember taking him to actually see the Spider-Man movie with Miles Morales. So he enjoyed that. Gran Turismo 7. I'm gonna get it, but you know,
bro, Forza is gonna destroy
me and you,
it,
bro. We fuck around with Forza too much to ever get like fully involved in Gran Turismo. I had the last Gran Turismo for the PS4.
Okay,
I did not like it. It was slow. It's like you had to get these licenses and badges before you could even do. No, just get me in the game, coach. Like I don't. Why do I need to do a 4-point turn before I can play the game?
I used to love that about Forza.
Gran Turismo.
I'm sorry, Gran Turismo. I used to love that, getting the licenses and stuff like that. Not so much anymore.
Bro, let me play the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that turned me off so much. And I did wind up getting I didn't wind up. There you go.
That thing looks like a router.
That's what everybody's saying. But I'm gonna get back to the game list. Since we are looking at the
I'm gonna put this on a loop. So just go ahead.
What's up with this weird ass design, bro? It looked like the BMW i5, bro. Like
I think they're trying to be sleek. So, you know, I think it's a little over designed as far as the aesthetics of it.
Bro, they could have made that thing all black. Like
now, I've seen some people Photoshop it black. It looks way better.
It looks better black, but that looks weird, man. Like it kind of remind me of them Roomba. Like I don't know, bro. It just looks Roomba. Like the white and like some type of like Wally. You remember the little Pixar? Like it just looks so weird. And like I said, they look like they tried to come out with something that looks state of the art, looks sleek, looks stylish, and I just think it looks weird, bro. Like, now, and I'm not the only one.
This one that's on the screen now. This is Horizon Wild West or something like that. These are the Forbidden West. These are the PlayStation style games that I'm kind of into. This and the God of War type of stuff. I do like tech stuff, like cyberpunk type of stuff.
Mhm.
And this is like a wasteland type of scenario that has tech monsters in it. So this is
This looks good.
yeah, this is up my avenue right here.
I don't think this is something like I got to see more on it. I mean, just right. It looks good. It does.
Mhm.
It looks good, but it doesn't look interesting enough for me to actually.
Oh, so you weren't interested in the first one at all?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Um, I don't know, man. Between that weird ass design they came out with, and I'm still gonna get it. You know me. I'm still gonna get it. I get every system that come out.
Mhm.
Um, that looks good right there, man. That looks beautiful. That looks really good.
Mhm.
Um, Ratchet and Clank, they got that one coming out.
Yeah, I
Oh,
thought
there go my guy, Zavala.
that's Zavala. I think Ratchet and Clank is gonna be a good one. I think that's gonna be a good one.
I ain't fucking,
That
I ain't
looked
fucking
real.
with no Ratchet and Clank.
That looked pretty good. I could see my son really enjoying that one. This is the Spider-Man
Yeah,
joint.
that looks really good, man. But nah, I can't do. What about Project Athia?
I didn't see enough of that. I'm not really sure what that is. I thought it looked okay, but that could be more tech demo stuff. Who knows?
What about Stray?
I have no interest in playing the
Bruh,
Stray Cat.
bruh.
See, that's that stuff. Remember
This
when we were talking about PlayStation games and I was saying that they're not my cup of tea. Stuff like
stuff like
Stray and that I have no desire to play a Stray Cat at all. And I saw some
bro,
people.
it is a game about a stray cat. Hopefully, it's more.
I
Hopefully,
literally saw people saying, "This is amazing. I can't wait." Like, what are y'all talking about?
bro. I hope it's more to that. I hope it just ain't a straight. You're controlling a stray cat trying to get home or trying to get back to the original owner. I hope it's something different. I hope we're just seeing a small segment of the game. That's
Mm.
fucking weird. That people put millions of dollars, time. They paid people.
Right.
They so much, so much
Bro,
brain
but
function on a game about a stray cat, bro. That is
their
fucking crazy.
their player base plays stuff like that.
Bro, it is a game about a stray cat, bro, and they made it look beautiful. It looks really good. But I just can't play a game about a stray cat.
Gran Turismo looks good too.
It does look good, but Forza Horizon, that's all I'm gonna say.
They're two different games though. You got to
I know.
compare that to
Well,
Forza Motorsports.
bro, I will fuck with Forza Motorsport.
Yeah,
I,
I don't think it's a question. Forza Motorsports is a little
Forza in
better.
general is. I used to love Gran Turismo.
It's been
I used to love
been the better game for a while now.
And there's a lot of other games. Nocturnal. I'm sorry, Returnal, Sackboy. You were telling me about Sackboy. I don't really.
Well,
fuck around.
that's from Little Big Planet.
Yeah.
That's a game that my kids used to play when they were small. I used to play it too. It's a pretty fun game. I don't know if Sackboy is gonna be the same type of game or if it's like its own story. Here's Ratchet and Clank right here.
Yeah.
I mean, after that, bro, after like you're at Sackboy, right? Everything after that, outside of Godfall,
Bro, I'm looking at a lot of stuff.
I don't really
Oddworld,
care about.
Solarstrom, Solar Edge, Hitman 3. I'm like, maybe. I gotta
Not
see some
really.
more of it.
Yeah.
Astrobot, NBA 2K21. I
I
don't
mean,
really play NBA
that's coming
2K
to the
anyway.
PC and the Xbox, so that doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
I got off the 2K 21 bandwagon. Bugnax, bro. That's another one of them weird ones, bro. That's
I don't
another one
know.
of the weird ones. Deathloop, Resident Evil, The Village, Pragmata, and the one we saw, Horizon Forbidden
Forbidden
West.
West, right?
Yeah. They did mention another one.
What's that?
We getting GTA 5
Oh,
again.
yeah, they opened the event with GTA 5. Like, bro,
Bro.
it's gonna be 8 years by the time that comes out.
I'm pretty sure I was playing GTA 5 on the Xbox 360.
Yeah, this is
Like,
crazy.
what are y'all doing? Like, and this, like, I'm not even aiming this at PlayStation. I'm aiming this at Rockstar, bro. What the fuck are y'all doing?
They making money hand over fist. That's what they're doing.
Nobody, bro. I've probably talked about this at nauseum on a span of over a span of shows that we've done. We want to see 6. We want to see GTA 6.
It's
Show us
coming,
a
bro.
screenshot.
It's
Show us.
coming, but they're making so much money with PlayStation. I'm not PlayStation. GTA Online that they're gonna take their time.
Bro, they could have come out with an expansion. They could have like a real expansion. I ain't talking about like these. Oh, we got some motorcycles for y'all, or oh, you can go to the casino. No,
This
come out
game
with
right
a
here.
story.
This game right here, which is Deathloop.
Mhm.
It looks interesting. I'm not sure I like the aesthetic of the graphics though.
Is this the one with? This is the one with. They had some. Yeah, I know. Okay, yeah, I remember this one.
This is the one where every time he dies, he just comes back. This is like it's like 2 or 3 games.
Is this the one he had the sniper? Like it's a person watching over him, a sniper watch. Yeah.
But this game is like this, and so is what's the Returnal is like this, where you die and you just come back, and it's like part of the story, not just part of a game mechanic.
But like I said, back to GTA 5. Like I mean, it's been enough time for y'all to give us another. You don't have to make it a big story. Just give us a couple.
Who the hell do you think? Wait. Who do you think you are?
What do you mean?
You're just one of their
who do I
contributor. You don't get to call no shots,
bro. When was the last time you cut on GTA 5?
Probably.
Or I think we probably would have played together.
It's been at least a couple of years,
bro. I ain't getting on that shit. I mean, and I know the problem still exists. I could still be floating in the sky.
It's 2013 tech. I can't do it, bro.
Bro, I could still be floating in the sky for 30 minutes before I can even play the game. And I know they haven't fixed those problems. And I don't even want to log on to see if they fix those problems because it's just so annoying to deal with. Like, if the game was so buggy, come out with something new, man. Like,
they don't have to come out with something new. They're making money hand over fist. Again, who do you think you are when they're making millions of dollars?
Bro,
hundreds of millions of dollars.
Bro, and don't get me wrong. I love GTA 5. GTA Online is just a hassle. But like you said, if they still making money, they still making money. But what the fans really want is GTA 6. Give us a taste.
Now, I heard something interesting with the way that they delivered that PS5. I mean that GTA 5 stuff. They said that GTA Online was going to be free for PlayStation Now subscribers. So it sounds like GTA Online is going to be a separate thing from GTA 5. The way that they worded it, you got to pay attention a lot of times because game companies will sneak little messages in there. So I'm wondering if the new GTA 6 is going to be separate like that. Like if they just release a online game and then they put the story as maybe, I don't want to say the story will be DLC, but it'll be like a separate module that they add later. Maybe, I'm not sure. Maybe the online portion will be like this perpetual thing across GTAs. I don't know. It's my hypothesis.
Could be. I mean, they didn't release GTA Online. I mean, well, GTA 5 didn't have the online part until after, like,
right. And I don't think they're going to do that next time. I think the online part might actually be first.
That actually would be cool.
And then
let me get fully immersed in this this Vice City world.
And let's say you get episodic content maybe for the story part of it.
What if they made GTA 6 like it's an MMO?
I mean, it's kind of like that already. It's not structured like an MMO, but it's kind of like that already.
Stories. It's not like Destiny where you got like stories. You know, you have a part of a story every time. They are literally just releasing like vehicles and places to go.
I mean, they're giving you heists. They're giving you heists. I mean, there's a little bit of story stuff in there.
Yeah. Speaking of Destiny, and we talked about it a little bit before, the new expansion. How you feeling it?
That's not the new expansion.
I mean, I'm sorry, the new season. Sorry about that.
The new season is cool. I mean, it's okay. Seasons are just busy work. It's just stuff for you to do.
Yeah. I'm feeling it, man. That first opening scene kind of got me hyped. The
Right.
darkness is coming.
Did you
Darkness
watch
is here.
did you watch any of the Beyond Light reveal? Did you watch any of the information?
I can't remember. I've seen so much Destiny stuff that you sent me. Some of
So
it I
you didn't
ignored.
watch the actual presentation
No,
that they
I don't know.
did.
I probably I can't remember it now. What was it about?
That means you didn't watch it. So they just went over this is the trailer for Beyond Light right here. They just went over pretty much what most
I
of the
did
stuff
see this. I did see
you
this.
saw this, but you didn't see the presentation. That's what I'm saying. You saw the trailers, you didn't see the actual presentation. So they're changing a bunch of stuff. They're gonna get rid of some planets. They're bringing a lot of Destiny 1 content and putting it into Destiny 2 in the form of a vault. Each year up until 22. So 2021, 22 will have a brand new big expansion, I believe. So they're doing a lot of stuff, changing up the way that they deliver the game content. So from what I heard, a rumor or whatever, Destiny 3 is essentially like being broken up and put into Destiny 2.
Yeah, you said that a while ago. You were telling me this was about a year ago. You were telling me that it probably wouldn't come out with another Destiny for like 9 or 10 years.
Well, they said 7 years. They said that last year. But it's not
But if they break it up, I'm cool with that,
it's
man. I mean,
not 7 years from last year. It's 7 years from the release of Destiny 2. So I think it came out in 2017. So 24 should be hypothetically a new version of Destiny. Hypothetically,
Destiny 2 came out in 2017.
I'm pretty sure it did.
Why do I remember Destiny? Okay,
Yeah,
I'm probably thinking of a DLC that I got.
yeah. Well,
when I
this is year 3 of Destiny. Yeah,
Okay,
Destiny 2 rather.
gotcha. Who's that? The Drifter?
That's the Drifter,
Yeah, but yeah,
Eris,
Eris Morn.
and the stranger from Destiny 1, which you probably don't remember.
Yeah, man. I like I said, I was playing. I liked it, man. I like the new season. I like the little, I again got hyped, got reintroduced. Some of the stuff, I kind of, I tend to forget certain things, and I do
Mm-hmm.
remember. I do remember that. Yeah. But yeah, some of the things I got reintroduced to, as far as some of the story, and I'm hyped, man. I'm hyped for September. This comes out in September, right? The new
Yeah,
expansion.
September 22nd is when the new expansion comes out, which is Beyond Light. And then next year is the Witch Queen, and then Lightfall is the year after that. So yeah, they're breaking up the content and just doing big expansions every
Good
year.
shit. Good shit. I'm
Which
hyped
they
for it.
kind of were doing anyway, but I have a feeling that all of the expansions are just going to be bigger and broader. Like in
Just give me more
September.
content. Like
Yeah, that's what's
just
about to happen.
give me large pieces of. Let
You
me feel
remember
like
how
I'm playing a
big
new game.
You remember how big Forsaken was when
Yeah,
we were chasing down the dudes who killed Kate?
yeah, that was pretty cool.
It's gonna be on that level.
Okay, all right. Well, yeah, man. I'm hyped for it. Hopefully by September my PC should be built. So what steps
Yeah,
would
I
I?
would hope so. God damn it!
Oh, this PC is gonna be done fairly soon, bro.
So my cousin
Fairly
just got a PC too, so we can.
What did he say about it?
He's enjoying it. He's his eyes are opening as to why I'm always on my PC instead of the consoles.
Hmm. Yeah, I was on when I was on Destiny, not a few hours ago, but when I was on Destiny earlier today, I was trying to nudge you to
You didn't
hey
have
man,
all you had to say was come get on the Xbox with me. I would have done it. I mean, God, relax.
I saw the way you were into it. I looked
No,
on
I
on
was
the on the chat screen. You were into it, bro.
I was in the
You wouldn't
middle.
even look my way.
I was in the middle of something. I forget what I was doing. I was doing something else.
I'm like, I ain't gonna fuck with him. I let him play. I'm gonna just sit over here, struggle, and play with these fucking
The
douchebags
blueberries. The blueberries.
getting me killed, or I'm already killed, and they just run past. Like, bro, you couldn't stop and revive me, bro. Like, it's crazy, man. It's like I saw you, man. You were You were putting in work on Destiny like it was a 9 to 5, bro.
When was this?
Earlier today when I saw you. You were like,
Nah, I only played
oh,
for
bro.
a little
I
bit.
couldn't even talk to you. You were like,
Nah,
it was a straight 9.
I forget what I was doing. I was trying to like tie up some loose ends.
Yeah, you on that. Like it was a straight 9 to 5. Oh, and speaking of 9 to 5, B Simone.
Okay.
She need a 9 to 5 man.
No, she doesn't want a 9 to 5.
Oh no, you're right. She don't want a 9 to 5 man. Now first off, I'm gonna say this. I think B Simone is hilarious. A lot of people don't like her. I think she's funny.
Okay.
I think she's funny. I have her on Instagram. I've watched some little show she had. What was the name of it? I can't think of the name of the little show she had. I would try to catch it. But I think she's funny, man. I think she's funny. She also got another friend that I watch too. She's pretty funny too. So they kind of rock together on the show or on the IG. But I think she's funny. But she came out with a statement. She was on was it T.I.? No, Nick Cannon. She was on one of Nick Cannon's his one of his shows. And and she was I think he asked her what kind of man she like or what kind of men is she into, or he somehow got on that subject where she says she does not want a man that has a 9 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
I mean, she's free to have her preference, but you can. What about you passing up your potential soulmate because you're judging him based upon what his occupation is? I mean, what is your real goal? Is it just somebody who occupies a specific space or mindset, or is it someone that can potentially make you happy for the rest of your life, or be your partner for the rest of your life?
What if she's not looking for a soulmate? Because me personally, I'm like, I don't really believe in that. Like,
but I didn't say she was looking for one. I said, what if she's potentially missing one because she's judging them? She has these prerequisites that are excluding people who could potentially be a soulmate, is what I'm saying.
Right, but if that's her personal preference, so it's almost like saying, just say for some reason I didn't like light-skinned women. Just say I didn't like light-skinned women, and only women I like is dark-skinned women. That's my personal preference. My personal preference is, hey, I only like light-skinned women. I mean, I only like dark-skinned women. Somebody else come along and say, well, you missing out. Your soulmate may be a light-skinned woman. And I'm like, I just told you, it's not my personal preference. I don't,
So I think what we're like, you're fine to have your own personal preference. That's who cares? That's your personal preference. I'm just a little bit more open-minded than that. I'm not gonna lock anybody out because of this, because of that. What I'm saying is you are potentially excluding someone who may make you happy for the rest of your life just because they're not a quote unquote CEO. Like for me,
I don't think she so much said they got to be a CEO.
That's what she said. She said she wants a CEO, entrepreneur mind type of person. That's what she wants.
Entrepreneur don't have to be
You're a CEO if
you're
you're
a CEO of your own business. Yes. I don't know. I kind of understood what she said. Like, okay, so because she is an entrepreneur, I can totally see where someone would want to be with someone who has to go through that same struggle as she went through to get to where she is. I can see that. Like, I could see her feeling like this person who does work a 9 to 5 or a 10 to 6 can't understand why I'm up all nights in the morning working.
I'm sure they can. I'm like you're
saying it's never happened where somebody couldn't?
I'm sure it has, but I'm sure there'll be people who understand as well.
I don't know.
Again, you're judging the potential of someone to understand something based on the type of job they have. It
But what if
sounds
she's already been through that situation?
it sounds ignorant as hell to me. You know, like how can you say that someone who works a normal job won't understand that? Maybe they'll just kiss you on the cheek and go to sleep so they can get up and go to work in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just you there are some sensible, enlightened, understanding people in the world who happen to work 9 to 5 jobs.
So, but what if through her experiences that hasn't been the case, and then at some point she's like, you know what, I'm just not going to deal with that anymore. I'm gonna be with this type of.
But what if she gets those entrepreneur CEO types and they don't do nothing but treat her wrong?
That can happen as well.
So I mean, you can always have both sides, no matter what direction you go in. All I'm saying is to exclude a person based on them being a 9 to 5 worker is kind of goofy. It's kind of silly to me. But that's her preference.
Know, man.
She can do as she pleases. Me personally, if I was in that position where I had my own business, I don't know if I want another business owner to be my partner. I might want somebody who is a little bit.
Wait, Ty, you might be missing out on a soulmate.
Yeah, I'm giving you I'm just throwing something out here to you. I may potentially want someone who is removed from what I'm doing so that I can balance my life out a little bit. But never did I just say I don't want somebody who I said maybe. You know, maybe is leaving the door open. You know, I'm not going to close that door.
I think here's the thing. I just think people should be allowed to.
She is allowed to. She is allowed to.
Without the scrutiny, though, like she's getting killed.
People are also allowed to comment on it because you put it out there.
Right.
So you know you can't have it both ways.
Right. I think she's getting a lot of unfair scrutiny about that, and I don't know, man. It seemed like, and I ain't saying you, not at all, but I am seeing a lot of butthurt men out there. She don't, because they have a 9 to 5.
Bro, if a guy, every time a guy come out there and say I don't like dark skinned women, I don't like. they get fucking raked over the coals. So a woman can get.
See, when I made that analogy, I flip-flopped it.
A woman can get raked over the coals for saying this shit too. Okay, we gonna be fair across all sides.
And I don't even like. But here's the thing: fair is fair with me. I don't like that at all. I'm fighting that one. I'm on the line sometimes. Like,
you don't like what?
Let a person like what they like. Like
you can like what you like, but I mean, bro, it's not what you do; it's how you do it. It's not what you do; it's how you do it. If you
I can't remember. Did she talk down to people with 9 to 5?
I didn't. I just watched a small snippet of it.
I don't really remember
from what I saw. Yeah, from what I saw, it wasn't something egregious or anything like that. But you know, sometimes when you, I think, you know, people get into the habit of speaking so freely that they don't deliver their message in a palatable way. Not that it has to be in a palatable way, but you got to have that thick skin to deal with what's going to come. You just got to be cognizant of what you're putting out there, right? If you like Trump and you just don't care what people say, you just gonna lie and fight back anyway, then they go out there, say whatever you want to say. That's what he does. But you know, of course, there's going to be some people who say you shouldn't exclude. I just don't think it's wise. But you know, she's free to have her own preferences and opinions. You know, I'm not going to try and change her opinion. Who cares?
You're right in the sense that if she put it out there,
especially when you're
even though I think, like I say, even though I think a lot of it's unfair because that's just her personal preference.
When you have a perfect,
I wouldn't want nobody coming at me. Because like if I said something like I like short women.
I think Jermaine Dupri, what did he say? He said something one time. With the female, when he said the female rappers all are coming across as strippers or something like that. Like they need to rap about something else. I forget the exact quote. Maybe a year ago, he said, I didn't realize you're Jermaine Dupri. You get what I'm saying? So you just can't be throwing stuff like that out there. You're gonna get a backlash.
You're gonna get, people. Somebody gonna always have an opinion.
Yeah, because you gotta understand.
People might have an opinion.
You got to understand, because people hold certain influencers and famous people or rich people, they hold them to a higher regard. So when you say something that is potentially or has the appearance of speaking down to people, you're gonna get some backlash. It is what it is. But she's free to not want a 9 to 5, man. She don't have to go get somebody that's working at Burger King or anything like that.
Should she be free to say it?
Yeah. Just like anything we say here, somebody may disagree with it or make a response.
Go ahead, disagree. Go ahead.
It is what it is.
Go ahead. Put it in the comments. Disagree. I want to know.
It's not.
I want to know what you disagree with.
But believe me, I'm not gonna lose no sleep over it.
I won't either, unless it's the Tio Ruckus.
The Tio Ruckus.
Oh my God, I would love for Tio Ruckus to leave us a comment. Go ahead, bro.
No.
But no, man. I think like I said, I thought the criticism was a little unfair. I mean, and I don't know. I don't work a 9 to 5. I should, but I don't. I don't know, man. That's crazy. But I'm done, man. That's all I got.
Oh yeah?
That's all I got. You got something? Oh, you came in quick with that. Brother want to go to sleep or get on that. What happened to Now Booty? We're not getting off till you put on Now Booty. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. I'd like to thank everybody for listening, watching it. Check us out on YouTube and Twitter, From Chicago to Dummast Podcast. And check us out on IG, Dummast Podcast, all one word. Whiskey. Put back on my man. I'm gonna go momming, bro.
I'm gonna go find me a CEO woman, so that I can make B. Simone look foolish when I get her pregnant and just live off of her CEO status. You gonna go loot?
About to go loot. About to go find me
fear for my life right now.
Gonna find me some Latin Kings.
Oh my goodness, nah. All right, we out of here.